So as we have been like the first guest in the co-working space, we figured out that it is actually an extreme relaxed atmosphere compared to any other place in the world, I guess. And because I mean, you find it like with a lot of pillars and a lot of kind of an atmosphere which we would relax in. So we were a little bit at the beginning. I've personally felt, okay, can you actually work here, because we have to be productive as well. But eventually I figured out that it's actually more fun to work with your feet up and the sea in the background, and everybody's kind of in a smooth atmosphere.
And if you want to sit on a chair, here are also chairs. So in case you want to do that, that's also possible. And you have a closed room if you want to hide or speak with somebody in person, or just want to change the atmosphere. That's everything is possible. So you can relax, or if you want to have a chair and a table, like everything's possible here, I guess.
But I haven't been sitting on a chair since
2
weeks actually.
I need that sometimes. So.
No, I think since we are the first customers, we're kind of like, okay, how is it going to be? Is the internet connection going to work? Is there an atmosphere where you can actually get some work done? And I must say, the first week or 10 days that we've been here now, it's been really relaxing and really focused atmosphere. I mean, you sit here, you've got the seaside in your back, and you hear the waves, but you start working, and it's perfectly fine. The temperature is really nice. Everything is just really relaxed and nice. So, yeah.
You can basically combine some holiday feeling with getting work done, and that's, I think, a very good combination, especially when you don't really have the time to take holidays, but you want to have some holidays and still need to get work done. And I think that's exactly what you can do here. You can work for 2-3 hours, then go into the sea, do some snorkeling, come back, have a thick shake, which is like a kind of an ice cream kind of Egyptian thing, and then continue working. So I think that was our daily routine here, which was good.
In comparison to other co-working spaces, what makes the CoworkInn Dahab special?
I mean, we were in San Francisco, in Berlin, in Cologne, and in all these cities in a couple of co-working spaces, so I guess we can actually compare it. And I think the co-working space here in Dahab makes it so special that you can actually jump into the water within 5 meters. Yeah, I mean, this kind of atmosphere, which is so relaxing.
I mean, the first thing is just the location, the city Dahab, the people here. I mean, the whole atmosphere in the city, it's just relaxed. It's different from a city like Munich or Berlin, where it's crowded and everybody's busy, and you just feel you're in this. Of course, that's also like an inspiring mood because everybody's doing something. But if you need the other side, just relax and actually get focused work done, then this is just the perfect place to be. Yeah. And you have all the nomads lifestyle, the Bedouin lifestyle kind of, which is I don't know, it just gives you this really, everybody seems relaxed and happy here.
Yeah. And that's where you get actually inspiration from, I think. Like, it's basically you change your way of, like, you change your lifestyle, you change your way of daily routine, and that gives you inspiration, that gives you ideas. And I think that's, especially for a startup or an entrepreneur, that's very helpful.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really need the day off here, it's not you go home like like back when you work at home, but you just go to another bay like 30 kilometers that way, you ride on a camel that way, and and you're out in the desert, you're out in nowhere kind of. And if you need that time, it's really nice.
Who would you recommend the CoworkInn?
Actually, I think it's a place for a lot of different people. So first of all, it's for solo entrepreneurs, or people who kind of do their own thing. I think the good stuff is that they can come here and also do a lot of activities, and I don't think that ever somebody would feel also like lonely here, because the people are so friendly around and you have so much activities to do, and you can also combine this pretty well. As a team, like we are, I mean, we are here with 5 people. It's great as well, because you can plan activities around your work, or basically you plan your work around your activities. That's what we've done. And as we are an online business, it's working pretty well. I also can imagine that if you're writing a book, or if you need some time to figure out stuff for yourself, it's also a great atmosphere to do so, because you have also the different inspiration of a total different culture, which gives you maybe a sort of a muse or some great input.
Yeah, or as a student like Ingmar, like a guy who's hanging out with us here in the co-working space, he's writing his master thesis. So whatever thesis or thing you need to write, I think that makes sense here. So basically for everybody that can work on his own, I think could go here and work at a very nice place.
But I think even for us, I mean, we had to communicate also with Germany. You get calls, and I had like also a call here, people asking me questions, and I was standing with my flip-flops and bathing suit sort of in front of the sea, and had to get out of the sea kind of to get the call done. But it's you still can, because the infrastructure works here, right? I mean, you have the internet, the cell phone connection is pretty good, so this is not a big deal, even though you need to communicate kind of to the outer world.
I mean, most people didn't even realize we were abroad.
No, I mean, I had up to 20 calls a day here, and I did it over Skype. We managed to have call forwarding to an Egyptian phone, which basically cost a few cents per minute for us. So we were perfectly reachable, and we could reach out to people, and with the infrastructure here, that works very well.
At the moment, many people are scared to come to Egypt for holiday. How safe did you feel in Dahab?
I think the best story actually Björn has, because he had a Skype call in Germany which had to be changed because of things happened in Germany, not here.
I had a Skype conference on Monday with 3 people working from Germany, and they actually had a bomb warning there, and like here everything was safe, so so we had to cancel the call because the guy had to move out of his apartment in Germany. No, but seriously, it's I haven't felt any danger or I was not scared at all. I mean, of course, when you sit in Germany and you hear all this stuff on the news, and it says like, okay, there's something happened again somewhere in Egypt in the north, you think like, and a lot of people tell you, it's like, oh, you're going to Egypt, are you sure? You start thinking about it, but then once we get on the plane and once we're here, it's just, you don't notice anything about any war or terrorist activity or anything. It's just not existent here.
Yeah, I mean, I think what has to be stated is that basically everybody, it doesn't matter where they come from in Egypt, or if they're Bedouin, like from here or from Alexandria or from Cairo, basically everybody was so nice to us. I mean, just yesterday night I was watching football with just Egyptian people in a bar, and I don't know, I've got 2 new friends now because we talked about football. I don't know, they're just normal people, and they're very nice. I don't know, like you don't feel anything about war or danger or anything here. I mean, Dahab is anyway quite far from everything outside, but it's just a very nice village or city with very nice people. Yeah. And I think that's all that can be said about that.
And it's also, I mean, we did trips to the countryside, to the desert. I don't know, I never felt unsafe in any way.
Yeah.
It's definitely more dangerous than any other city in Europe, actually.
Yeah. I mean, remember when we were working in San Francisco, like 2 days we got home and there was like, we could almost not reach our house because there was like a shooting in the street. I mean, that's not safe.
Yeah.
Here, in comparison, you just walk on the beach and everybody's like normal. Nothing is going on here. So.
Yeah, I mean the organization here from the very beginning, from the day we arrived, was perfect. Like we got picked up at the airport. It was in the middle of the night, but anyway, we got perfectly well here. We got directly to our apartments, which were perfectly made, which was very good. As we said, it was in the middle of the night, so we could sleep until the middle of the day because the apartments are not hot because they're well.
And the standard is really nice. I mean, they're really clean.
Yeah.
It's cold in there.
Yeah.
You can sleep nicely. It's quiet.
Yeah.
So.
It's a few minutes away from the co-working space itself. Here you get free coffee, free tea. You have the internet. You got recommendations regarding trips, where you should do what, where's the best bakery. And I mean, especially Mira is basically helping wherever she can. Was just like the reason why the time here could be so awesome. And I think we have to thank her regarding that.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about anything. You just say, okay, we want to do like a diving or like scuba, or we want to do like a trip to the desert, and she just kind of organizes everything for you. It's kind of just tell her, and then she comes back with all the information you need, and she helps you with everything, and she just makes you feel comfortable. So
and everything worked out seamlessly. Perfect, smoothly. Because seamlessly. Because there was no, most of the things were on time. Actually, everything was on time. It was always, perfectly organized. We didn't have to worry about anything, and it's also the people we came across, like the diving instructors or the drivers were totally amazing as well. Very relaxed people, and they kind of, you feel that they love this place, and that they kind of decided to stay here for a very long time, and like step for step you understand it while you're here, and that makes you kind of like very comfortable.
And even also secure. I mean, we left our laptops here during the day. I mean, there was one person watching over them usually, but I mean, I wouldn't even probably just leave my stuff here. I wouldn't even be afraid that anything gets stolen or something, even from the apartments. Like every trip we left all of our stuff in the apartment, and it's all kind of just secure and safe.
Yeah.
So.